Alright, welcome back.
We're back.
But, yeah, fucking... Kingdom Hearts is weird. We talk about all sorts of weird, deep, not deep shit. And it's completely random which one you get. It's very weird.
The reason for that is because it's a fucking weird game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just because there's a lot of just, like, go to room, kill everything, go to next room, repeat.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, like, downtime in this game to just whatever.
I don't need the key, but I want the key.
But, yeah, fucking,
Okay, Chris, which chest do you think it is?
Middle. I'm always feeling good about middle. I was wrong! Just like in politics. Choosing the middle just makes everyone want to attack you. Ayo! Alright.
That was too on point!
Alright.
That was too good!
You want to be a neutral party? That's what Turkey said. And then they were invaded anyway. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dude, that was too on point.
A little true, though. Anyways.
Fire!
Fire!
Thunder!
What's that? There's a guy who made a YouTube video, which doesn't have to do with politics, but kind of has to do with politics, because I think that's what he was joking about. But, and it's like a car review for the Mustang, but he's just like, when you get a Mustang, it's either Mustang or Corvette. No, not Corvette. The other one, Camaro. He's like, it's either Mustang or Camaro, and you have to pick a side. Come on, pick a side. You can't not pick a side. You gotta be on one side or the other. He's like, you have to pick a side, because liking both is not allowed, and hating both is also not allowed, because then you're ostracized by the people. So you have to pick a side. Come on, pick a side. What's wrong with you?
100% about
pick
politics.
A side. And I was just like, I feel like this is a little. Like, I feel like this is about a little more than just the cars.
He's a little. That's most certainly about politics there.
That guy is a regular car guy, or yeah, I think it's regular car guy or regular car reviews. He is fucking funny. That dude is fucking funny when he does his car reviews, because all of his car reviews are talking about the car, but he always relates them back to, like, deep philosophical questions and, like, high-level fucking, like, social questioning nonsense, and I'm like, this is a car review. Like, he's literally talking about a car, but he'll go into, like, the people who drive this car are the same kind of people that go to a 7-Eleven late at night with no real abject needs in mind, with the sole idea and purpose of, I just need to kill time. I don't want to pick. I'm afraid people know too much after politics jokes. So I'm just not going to pick. Actually, in all fairness, my politics are very center. That's why I picked center. There you go, I covered it. But then they'll be like, you picked a second favorite and it was
Don't worry, we're not important enough on the internet for people to notice.
Yeah, we're too small for people to give a shit. Give it a I don't know, 5 years?
5 years?
Yeah, 5 years, and then we'll see some real shit. We're actually getting like consistent views now. Like, quickly. Like, it used to be like we'd get some views, but it would be like, you know, a day would go by and then we'd build up some views. Now we're getting like, within like 24 hours, we're getting like 5 or 6 views.
I think I had one of our videos pop up in the recommendation on our YouTube.
Yeah, it's
and I don't know if that's because it's subscribed and it was just showing there in the feed, or not.
And if you like our crazy, nonsensical bullshit with no rhyme or reason to it while we happen to play games, hit that subscribe button and the like button. And write a comment. It can either be, yeah man, I like your fuck you, or it can be
yeah, man, I like your fuck you.
Or it can be like, wow, you're so incredibly wrong and I hope you suck a dick. It's fine, because either way it gets recommended to everyone, so fuck it. We have a ton of channels right now that are just like literal, hey baby, how are you doing today? Click on my profile to find more in our comment section than like all our shit. And I'm also like, I don't know, man. Help spread the video around. I guess they stay.
Raging storm. I am a raging storm.
Raging storm.
That's action.
Phoenix flower.
Phoenix flower. Raging storm.
That's like see, that's what I've realized is like, if you want to make a cool anime attack, you put something beautiful next to something devastating. So it's like Phoenix flower. Rose whirlwind.
Raging Storm.
What's something that's cute? Fucking or no, beautiful. I mean, fucking rainbow shower. Like,
stop that.
You either that or you just put two aggressive words next to each other, or in the case of My Hero Academia, you just put American words next to each other, so you get shit like Detroit Smash.
I have to say, All Might attacks are the best thing ever, because it's just like Detroit Smash, United States of Smash.
United States of Smash, fucking, what was it? Detroit, Chicago Smash?
Chicago Smash.
Yeah, no, that one's my favorite, because I'm like, they're not even in the same area. Like, they're not even close to each other. Detroit, Chicago Smash! I can't wait for the one that's like MIT Smash.
They just drop a fucking bomb.
Yeah.
What I find interesting is what's his name? The fire hero. Icy Hot's dad.
I know who it is. I just don't remember his name.
But I think him and All Might went to the same school.
Did they?
Yeah.
I know they're
like, I always hated.
rivalry.
He goes, I always hated my school's matro, but you know it is what it is. And then
Endeavor.
He goes, Endeavor.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. Yes.
And then he goes plus ultra, which is something All Might says all the time. Which I'm like, they went to the same school, I think.
Plus
Ultra.
All Might sitting over here making American comics look like shit, because they are. Anyways.
How dare you?
I'm just saying, I want to watch Muscle Man save the day and punch people. I don't want to watch Iceman contemplate the fact that he's gay while fighting with his parents, who for some reason don't seem to be all that upset that he's gay, but he sure does seem to act like they're very upset. Like, I would argue that's just bad writing, but, you know, that's just me.
Stop that.
Hey man, I'll stop that when Marvel starts writing comics that aren't garbage.
Ding, ding, ding. We got a winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You know what will get people back into comics, though?
What?
If we had way more, like, people of color in them. That tends to be why people read most things. They want to see how many colored people they can count. They want to, like, once they get to 10, they're like, oh my god, this is an amazing story.
This is so progressive.
I can't believe how good this is. I counted 5 people of different races that weren't white. This is insane. I have to tell all my friends on Tumblr.
You're gonna love this, Chris. You're gonna love this, right?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know why. I'm just in an attacking Tumblr people mood today.
There's one scene in My Hero Academia where it's all the pro heroes are meeting up, and there's this bunny hero, right?
Yeah.
And she's a white bunny, but she's black.
Yes,
and
I've seen it.
People are like, this character is whitewashing, blah, blah, blah. This should be voiced by a black voice actor, and the voice actor is black.
That's fucking hilarious.
And I saw that, and I'm like, the internet is the worst. They are the worst thing in the world.
I've considered doing that a couple times. I've considered making an alternate account where I just, like, attack things for arbitrary, stupid reasons and see how many people on Twitter will just back me because they're stupid. And don't look into anything more than, wow, this thing that I read must be true.
But I read that and I was just like, oh my god, I hate the internet.
Dude, like, I was really considering that, like, a while ago. Because I'm like, it's so easy to trick people on the internet. You go on, you make a Twitter account, and then you say something that would get people mad. That's it. Like, you just walk in and you're just like, can you believe they replaced this white character? Or, no, my bad. It's like, can you believe they replaced this black character with a white character? And then everyone is just like, whitewashing! And it's just, it doesn't need to be true. It could be a complete lie. That show could not even be real. But people will think it's real because no one looks things up. They just read the headline and then go, how dare they? I'm gonna do that for the next fucking, like... I'm gonna do that, like, when something gets, like, popular, but before it gets, like, a movie or something, I'm gonna be like, blah, 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 movie is coming out, but they're gonna whitewash this character. How dare they? And then watch the Twitter storm for a movie that hasn't even been announced and probably is never gonna be made. Because the internet is full of fucking idiots. Love you guys. I love the idiots of the internet. They really make you realize, wow, we could be doing so much worse as a society.
And we're already doing pretty bad.
We're already doing pretty bad. Yeah, exactly. We're already doing pretty bad.
Oh, good. I got the key.
Anyways, man. Let me tell you a little story about...
This old story about how my life got turned upside down.
And I'd like to take a minute. Just sit right there. Tell you all it became the story of the Prince Bel Air. Anyways, what's that fucking Assassination Classroom? That's what I want to bring up. So I've been watching Assassination Classroom, right?
I always thought the main character of that was a girl. I just learned the other day that it's not.
Dude, did you really not know until...
Oh. I never really watched it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. You know what's... Okay, I have two funny stories on this then.
Yep.
Number one, so the first time I watched that show, I'm watching it, and I do, the usual breakdown where you look at all the characters in the cast and you're like, hot or not.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. But there is like... I'm sure you've been there. I know everyone's been there where you're watching a show and a character shows up and you're like, damn, I'd fuck that one. You know what I mean?
I do.
Everyone has that moment. It's just a law of life. But I was seeing it and they saw the main character of the show and I was like, I get down with that. And then I'm watching and they're like, it's a dude. And I'm just like,
I'd still get down with that.
I'm like, I'm still okay with that. I still get down with that. But, he's very effeminate.
Yeah, I noticed.
But, and very hot. But, fucking, so we're watching, we get to, so, that's the first part. And then the second part is, they have a water episode, right, where they go to, like, a pool.
A beach, yeah.
Yeah, and he goes in, and he jumps in, and both the girls are looking at him, and they're like, "Aw, man, you're actually a dude." And he's like, "You didn't know?" And they're like, "We weren't sure. We weren't sure." And I was like, because I thought, and I think this would have been amazing, by the way, if they actually ran with this. I really wish they ran with this instead. I wish he was a chick, because they state that one of the dude's weaknesses is that he gets flustered around girls, especially tits. I think it would have been fucking amazing if they ended the show where he gets the final kill because after wearing him down for so long, they get him by finally revealing he's a chick, and the tits go, and he fucking freezes up, and that's how they got the final kill. I'm like, that would be amazing, and then they were like, it's actually a dude, and I was like, well, there goes that fucking idea. That would have been way cooler, though. Like, the build-up to that would have been amazing, because it would have been such a long fucking run.
Long con?
Yeah, that would have been the long con. I was watching,
It's not play.
it's like that, I know this is a meme comment, I'm sure some people have seen it, but there was this person on Twitter, it was a girl, she posted, it's one of those, I'm a pretty girl, so I can do any dumb shit I want. But anyways, she made a post on Twitter where she was like, what if I just came over while you're playing video games and just unplugged your console? What would you do then? And the guy writes a comment and he's just like, well, what I would do is I'd ask you if you were doing anything later, get your number, have a meaningful relationship with you, not take things too fast, but just right, until eventually you agree to marry me, where we would grow old together and have kids. And while you were on life support, I would turn over to you, look you in the eyes, and tell you, remember that time you unplugged my game console? And I'd unplug your life support. And he's like, and the guy just, a nice person writes a comment under him that's just like, the long con!
I have seen that one. Oh.
I'm like, damn.
I had something I was just about to say and I've already forgotten it.
But yeah, fucking, but yeah, that would have, I wish that was the long con for that anime. That would have been so good. I also gotta say, when
I know what I was gonna say. I was watching a clip, and I don't know why YouTube is YouTube,
Yep.
and it goes, hey, here's a recommendation of this one dude chatting with, I think it was like 7 different women,
Okay.
and they were all cam girl type people.
Of course.
And
as you do.
he's just he's so much of a fucking Chad. He just fucking takes out a banana and eats the banana, and they're all just like, only one girl is like, why is he just fucking eating a banana? And then they ask him a question, and he doesn't answer it, and then he just gets another fucking banana and eats the banana, and I'm just like, why? What?
Alrighty then.
It was just so fucking weird.
So, alrighty
that
then.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. Fucking.
They were just like, yeah, he's just so macho, and I'm like, that doesn't have nothing to do with okay, internet.
I had a speaking of camgirl chats, right? Well, not camgirl chats, but speaking of chatting with girls.
Dude,
via
I literally
cam.
did the same thing.
I know, and it's gonna be the last one.
I think it's always the last one.
It might be. But there was a girl I was talking to back in high school? High school or middle school? Probably high school. I'm talking to her. I used to talk to her like every day on ooVoo. If anyone remembers what the fuck ooVoo is.
Oh, I think I remember this now.
Jesus Christ.
I know exactly where this story is going. I remember.
Well, you maybe, because there's like a lot of parts with her, because she had a lot of fucking moments. Anyways. But, it was funny, because she took a liking to me.
And Chris being Chris, he didn't care.
Yeah, as you do. But I was... Because I'm talking... the reason... Most women take a liking to me because... I talk to them like they're people and not like something I want to put my dick in. It's not as important when you're older, but when you're in high school, you have no idea how fucking powerful that is.
It's so funny how much that is like mind-numbingly like, oh my god, this person's treating me like a human being.
Yeah, like that shit works like really well. Like actually, honestly, like anyone who watches this and you're in high school and you're like trying to figure out a way to like get into a relationship and you're having problems, just walk up to girls and have conversations with them like you're not trying to be in a relationship with them. And they'll be way more engaged with you.
Or it even works if you're trying to be in a relationship with them and, you just talk to them like a human being.
No. Like, talk to them like you're not trying to be in a relationship. Talk to them like they're just a friend of yours, and that's it. Even if you're trying to be in a relationship with them, talk to them like you're chill. Because they'll probably be like, huh,
he's cool.
He seems cool. I'm gonna hang out with him a little more. And all evidence has shown that the more time you spend with someone, the more likely you are to like them. All evidence proves this. Even Derek has also proven this because he spent a long time from his first girlfriend, and then they broke up. Well, see how that works? You see how that works? It's a good system. Anyways, fucking long distance relationships don't work. Anyways,
yep.
As much as people, I love the
long distance relationships can work. Yes, they can.
No, it's
not always.
It's what is it? Distance makes the heart grow fonder, except all scientific studies have shown that that is the complete opposite of the truth.
Yep.
Anyways. So, yeah, just do that. So, generally, I do pretty well because I'm just like, sup? How's it going?
Hey.
How are you doing, fellow human? So, there's one girl, so she calls me up on ooVoo one day. And I think this was the turning point for her, because she calls me up on ooVoo one day. Also, be self-deprecating. Women love self-deprecating and dark humor. I know it seems weird, but they do. Fucking, so I'm like, she calls me up on ooVoo, and I'm getting the call, and I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck is she calling me? Women don't talk to me. And she calls me up, and I answer the call, and she's like, hey, and my cousin is also on the chat. He's calling me from her place. And I go, oh, that makes way more sense. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, because I saw you were calling me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Women don't call me. No, I was like, what the fuck? Women don't talk to me. And she just thought that was the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Little did she know it was the truth.
It was totally true. And that's what makes it funny. So I was like, we fucking like. So after that, we ended up talking like a lot. But that brings me up to my second thing about the whole Chad levels in chat, where I'm in chat with her, right? And I just because, she wears pretty much the same thing every time we chat. So I just ask, and I'm just like, hey, so like, do you always just wear a bra? And like, no shirt? Or is this like a thing? And she's like, oh no, I just only wear a bra around my house. She's like, I don't wear shirts when I'm at my house.
Respect.
And I was like, huh. Because normally it's the opposite. Normally women don't wear bras, but they wear shirts when they're around the house. So I was legitimately like, huh. Okay. Like, fair enough, I guess. I was like, fair enough, I guess. I don't think it was the same girl. I did end up talking. I was talking to one girl who literally just didn't wear fucking anything. It's not that she didn't wear anything. It's that she wore pants and stuff. She didn't wear anything up top.
Okay.
I used to talk to her every now and again. We weren't like a thing. She just liked to do that.
Whatever.
I don't know. That was a weird one. I honestly, I can't explain that one to you. I really didn't even know her that well. I only talked to her, I think, like 3 or 4 times. But, like, every time, it hits out, like, full steam ahead style.
Whatever.
It's very weird. That was, like, the one that I'm always... Like, that's the one that I think back to, and I'm always like, what the fuck was up with that?
To each their own, I guess.
Yeah. It's very weird. I just imagine it'd be like the same thing as like me walking around with no pants, but I wear shirts all the time. It was like, yeah, you know.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I like being naked, but not that naked.
The logic there. It's somewhere.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, man. But yeah, fucking... That's my relationship advice. Talk to people like they're people. I don't know, crazy.
That's crazy.
I know, it's a crazy idea. Fucking. My other relationship advice is if you want to talk to a girl, like, walk up to her and talk to her. Thinking about it isn't actually talking to them.
I've run through the simulation in my head so many times, Chris.
See, I can't blame people too much, because I've been there, like, several times where I'm just like, well, what if I do this? And then that, and then I overthink the shit out of it to the point where I'm like, alright, so what I need is 14 bottles of soda, a rocket ship, 9 monkeys, and a fucking distraction, and that will give me the perfect opportunity to set in motion. I've been there. The best thing to do is literally not to think about it at all, just walk up and be like, sup. Sup, bruh. And then you have two outcomes. There's only 2. What the fuck is this person talking to me? Get the fuck away from me. Or, not much. What's up with you? And now you have a conversation. You're in.
You have it in.
You have it in. You're in. I love it when I give relationship advice to, like, not young kids, but people younger than me, because they're always like, what do you want to do if you talk to a girl? And my logic is always like, number 1, you're asking the fucking wrong person. But I'll give you some advice.
Might not be good advice.
It's actually, I think, the best advice ever, because it's so simple, so straightforward, you literally can't fuck it up if you try.
And they would.
Just walk up and ask her out. And then they're like, but like, and I'm like, listen, only 2 outcomes can come from this. No, or sure. You got a 50-50 shot, dude. Like, just go for it.
Just go for it,
just
man.
Just fucking go for it.
Oh.
I'm like, the whole point of dating someone is to get to know them, so just go for it. And that is one of the... See, that is one of the problems, because sometimes you get the girls who are like, but I don't know you, and I'm like, that's kind of the point of dating.
Get to know me.
Yeah, get to know me. And then you'll also get the... Women are too nice, but also awful people because they're too nice, because then you'll get the ones that are like, sure, and then they ghost you. And I mean, when they do, what are you gonna do, you know? It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Don't be that guy. Also, don't be that guy that when they say no, you become an asshole, or when they ghost you, you're like, oh, find them. Just be like, I don't know. Fuck, it is what it is. Not my problem. I tried. Be chill. Always be chill. Always be chill. Fucking, and if you're bad at being chill, always put in your head of like, well, if they don't want to talk to me,
I don't want to talk to them.
I don't want to talk to them. Fucking fair is fair. Because I had that happen to me. I had a girl I asked, and she ghosted me. And I knew she ghosted me because I walked into the room, looked over her way, and she looked away and immediately left the room as fast as possible. And my immediate brain was like, okay, I see what's happening.
I see what's happening,
It didn't even take me like a second. Like, I immediately was like, Oh, okay, I know what's going on. It's like, I know how this works. Oh, well. It's like immediately like, whatever.
I see what's happening here.
Well, look at that. It's 12:30. Time for the next one. And on that, we'll see you guys in the next part. We'll see you then. Peace.